Just another road game for the Milwaukee Bucks as they warm up for a matchup against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. But for four-year veteran Charlie Villanueva, it's also a chance to spend time with a special group of fans.
What's up with the hat? Come on, you need a book.
It started my first year. You know, it kind of ties into the National Alopecia Foundation. Kids who have alopecia, you know, who are bullied or were teased, you know, for having no hair, you know, and I'm one of those guys.
During his career, Villanueva has had these informal pregame meetings in 15 NBA cities. At 10 years old, he was diagnosed with alopecia areata, a non-life-threatening autoimmune disease that results in hair loss. His hair fell out in pieces, and by 12, he was bald, a difficult challenge for any child to face.
Oh, it was tough. It was definitely a tough process for me. It's definitely tough for me to cope with it, especially in school, because a lot of people in school, you know, kids 10, 11 years old, not going to understand what you're going through.
Charlie wouldn't want to go to school, and if he did, he would have to go in with a hat. And then my mom had to get him a doctor's note for him to give to the principal, so he could actually leave his hat on.
It was very difficult at the time for him and our family because we've never seen anything like this before. Never.
I kind of went into my shell. You know, I was kind of trying to hide. I was wearing a hat or hoodie, trying to hide it or whatnot. But it was tough, man. It took me about 5 years to really cope with it and understand that this is who I am.
There's days he didn't want to go to school. There's days he didn't want to step outside. He didn't want to call any of his friends. You know, it was depressing, you know, at first. You know, and I think basketball, the sport, just became a useful tool for him to be able to overcome that fear of being accepted.
Instead of worrying about how I look, you know, I focus more on how I play the game of basketball. And people kind of accepted me as, like, wow, this kid can really play versus, oh, wow, look how he looks.
Once Charlie dedicated himself to hoops, his confidence grew. And today, he's developed into one of Milwaukee's most reliable offensive weapons.
Look at Charlie Villanueva. To say he's smoking is an understatement.
Villanueva. Yes, he snaps a three-pointer. Fast break trailer.
Blue! Ah!
After finding success as an athlete, Villanueva made it a point to help young people cope with the disease.
I actually got involved with the National Alopecia Foundation when I was in college. And then once I got to the NBA, you know, I wanted to do something. Meeting with these kids was something that came to mind. You know, it's called Charlie's Angels. It's a great program, you know, about 10 to 50 kids who have alopecia from different cities come down.
Let me sign your hat. When I was their age, you know, it was difficult for me to deal with, you know, so what I try to do is just to give them hope and just show them a good time, you know, and, you know, sign autographs, take pictures, just show them a good time, give them hope that, you know, I'm living proof of overcoming this, you know, they can overcome it as well.
I think it's great how he's giving back to people, you know, that have alopecia, and I'm sure, you know, his childhood might have been difficult, and I think he wants to make all these kids' childhoods better.
Everybody smiling?
We're proud. It's a blessing to see his achievement to make it to the NBA, but at the same time realize, you know, what he has to do to give back.
Good seeing you guys. Good seeing you guys. Thank you for coming.
I never had a role model to look up to, you know, when I was dealing with alopecia. And now that I've been blessed with being in the NBA, they have someone to look up to who overcame it. And they're successful. It gives them hope, you know, that if I can do it, they can do it too.
I think it's wonderful, because I know if I would have had alopecia or something, I would want to look up to somebody. And those kids have somebody, and it's my brother.